Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed. My name is Lisa, and whether you're new or returning, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to your daily rune for January 10th, 2022. So, we have another repeating rune coming out. Again, Manas. This is about humanity and cooperation. So, this is definitely very much resonating with the daily short. So that's what this is about. This is for those who are very dedicated to their life's purpose, their mission, and what their mission is guiding humanity and being in cooperation with humanity, but most of all being in cooperation with God to guide humanity. That's what this is. So this is someone who is very dedicated to their spiritual path. They're very truthful and honest and passionate about what they do. This rune is connected to the sense of union that unites all humanity to the cosmos. So the people that I am talking about today are like me. They're all about unity consciousness, about bringing people together, and unconditional love and truth and light. The God has three faces, one facing the moon, one turned towards the sun, and one looks ahead. So, facing the moon, this person, you meditate. You face the sun. Your disposition is always cheerful. You're always forward facing to the future and looking toward divinity and illumination and looking ahead to the future. This person's gaze embraces the totality of the world and mankind. This card alludes to cooperation and reminds us that no one is an island, that we are bound by invisible threads that cannot be dissolved. I'm hearing that this is a person who is consecrated to God. Very divine sources. Like, they're very close to them. They're in close communication with them because this person is very diligent and very faithful in their spiritual journey and their path. They're very diligent to their work, and their work is whatever they do to unite humanity in cooperation, spreading truth, love, compassion, empathy, and wisdom, and healing. The card indicates collective dreams and the joy of cooperating and having shared projects. So whoever I'm talking about has dreams about uniting the collective or helping to shine a light so that the collective can be united, is more like what I meant to say. And this person has great joy in cooperating with the divine to do their mission. And they have great joy, and they're very passionate about the projects that they have going that are divinely inspired and guided and led. You know that unity is strength, and exchange and communication are two key concepts of that. And you live by that. And I'm getting that you're just a very, very strong person. Let's meditate on our relations with others. Are we able to give and receive affection? Is it healthy? Do you have boundaries? Are we at ease with emotions? I think that maybe y'all might not be completely at ease with it. Y'all might be settling into that. How well are we able to communicate verbally and with our attitude? Well, I find that I sometimes still struggle and stumble on my words. But I know that the more that I'm speaking, the more that reduces and eliminates, because I have a very positive attitude about overcoming my challenges of communication and my challenges of being nervous in front of the camera, for example. You know, y'all know what it is for you, but, you know, this is someone who has a very cheerful disposition, and they just kind of roll with it and go with the flow. Someone who is very deeply committed with enthusiasm to the projects that they have with the divine. And this is someone who is alone, but they don't feel alone, because they find comfort in their solitude. And sometimes you feel misunderstood. I know I do. A lot of people misunderstand my need and desire for solitude. At least I have in the past. Not so much these days. I feel like people just accept that about me now, whereas like people couldn't fathom it before. But now that's changing. So I believe that that's, you know, evolving for y'all too, whoever this is resonating for, because I know that there's people out there that are resonating with this, and it's not just about me. That's why I'm getting these messages to deliver, because it's not just about me. There are people out there that are watching me that are like me too. Manas makes you cheerful and popular. You are cheerful and popular, but you also value your time alone too. You need that. It's like your protection. It facilitates communication and exchange between us and others. You could be receiving communication, but most of all, your cheerful disposition and the fact that you're popular, it helps make your communication and exchange that you have with others more impactful, more significant. So, whoever I'm talking to, you're a big deal. And you're right where you need to be in your journey. So if you're worried about, you know, being restricted or held back or holding yourself back, you're right where you need to be. And this is about calming anxiety, and this is about resting right now. Because I know, like for me, I'm having trouble with anxiety with my work performance, with what I'm doing. And I'm working through that diligently, slowly, steadily, and patiently. Because lately I've just been filled with unreasonable and irrational fear when I'm turning my camera on, right before and right as I'm turning my camera on. Because I was always a very shy person, and I never felt like I was good at communication. And I've only recently got better because I've been determined to speak my truth and be in my authenticity and share my message. And it's only because of my daring to actually do that earlier this year that my communication is improving. I know for me, my communication limitations stem from anxiety, from CPTSD, and also from Asperger's, which is on the autism spectrum, which I didn't even know I had for most of my life until like this year. I'm 41 this year, and I just finally realized the reason why I have 2 children with 2 different fathers on the autism spectrum is because I'm on the autism spectrum too. Because it was always a mystery as to how two different children from two different fathers could be on different points of the autism spectrum, and there was no history of that in their families. Well, it's been like covertly running in my family for generations, because it's like most of us are high functioning enough that, you know, we just kind of get slipped through the cracks, and we get classified as being overly shy or being unconfident, or, you know, just someone who is very introverted. You know, that's how we got labeled in our family. We didn't really know there was issues and problems specifically. We just kind of did the best that we could to navigate our challenges the best way that we knew how. And it wasn't always the greatest way, 11-11, but it did help build a foundation. And the foundation wasn't stable and solid. But then, like, when we finally realized, oh, this is why this, and this happened, and this is why we do this, and this, and this, you know, just like a big thing in my family. Like, we realized that this is why we do this, and this, because we had Asperger's and we didn't know it. So, I do struggle with communication. I stutter a lot, and, you know, I say the wrong things, but sometimes, but I always do my best to try to correct it in the best way that I can. And I know that the more that I work through this, the better, you know, the more that I will improve, and the better that I will be with what I'm doing. I've already improved drastically since I started my channel, and I know that it is through my constant learning and growing and expanding, and the willingness to do the work, that it will improve more and more over time. So whatever your challenges are for you, I just encourage you to, you know, be cheerful and diligent to work through your challenges, and do what it is that is in your heart to do, that you're passionate about doing when it comes to helping others to show, you know, spread light and clarity and truth on everything that comes to mind that's true. Just say it, and doing it in the most compassionate way possible, but also not being a doormat, and showing your authority if you have to. And, you know, that's something that I was sort of struggling with too, because I was always like kind of meek and mild and shy and whatever, but, you know, lately I'm just coming more and more into myself, and I just encourage y'all to do the same. And I know that y'all are, and, you know, I'm praying for those that this resonates for, and I know that I'm getting through it one step, one day at a time, and I believe and I have hope and faith that y'all will too. Holy Spirit, please clarify manas. I'm not going to pull very many cards at all. Not like normally. And I'm not pulling anything out of the Kipper deck, because I'm not getting into karmic situations around you right now, if I can help it. because these readings are about you and where you're at in your journey and how you're moving forward. Holy Spirit, please clarify manas. Thank you. Appreciation. This is about having appreciation for where you are and having appreciation for your growth and expansion, having an appreciation for God and the universe, for everything that is in your life and everything you have and everything that you are. And you appreciate the people that have come in your life, whether they have hurt you or whether they've blessed you. You know, you've learned so much from everyone, and you're just really grateful for that. And that is a very humble energy to be in. And the universe really blesses this energy. And the more you show your gratitude, the more good things happen for you. I'm getting that you are in a state of appreciation every day, because 15 breaks down to a 6. It's a house of Virgo. It's what you do every day. It also, this is your this is your reputation. You have a reputation for being very grateful and appreciative. And this is like a crown of glory for you. And you also appreciate your physical health, and others appreciate your physical health, because you're stronger and you're more lively and you're wiser and you're more helpful, and you create more of an impact now because you're humble and grateful, and that energy has spread around you to others. Oh. Well, you're definitely being appreciated by one or many. I'm getting like there's like one main person who has deep love and feelings for you and appreciates you, but there are other energies around that do feel loving towards you, but you know they're just kind of like karmic energies. They're not fully invested, but they still appreciate you, but they're just not on your path, and you know it and they know it. But there is one that is on the same path as you, interested in the same things as you, and is deeply loving and just as deeply loving as you, and just as deeply appreciative as you. This is like your counterpart in every way. They could have Sagittarius in their chart. They could have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in their chart. Sagittarius is all about spirituality, religion, long-distance travel, growth, expansion, philosophy, and psychology. This is a very spiritual person that is deeply in love with you. And if you don't know who it is yet, you will soon, because this person is coming in to communicate. It's important to relax, not get in your head about it. And I'm getting that you will know who it is for sure when they do come to communicate with you, because this person will make you feel like you're exploding with love, and you're going to be very passionate and very attracted to this person, while other people you'll notice, because you won't feel intensely like this about anyone else. And with other people that are in this energy towards you, they'll make you feel uncomfortable, but there is one person that will not. And you will know that that is your person. So pay attention to how you feel whenever these people are coming around to give you offers. The bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords, the thinking woman in the upright. You're very, very intelligent. You're very professional. You are very skilled at what you're doing. You absolutely know exactly what you're doing. You're very balanced. You're very wise. And you have boundaries. You know what's best for you. And this is what attracts people to you. Your intelligence and how you do things. Your crown chakra is also very open at this time. You're very connected to the divine. You get a lot of channeled messages. I was told those cards don't need to be brought out for this reading. 47. That's 11. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. But you could also be getting a lot of recognition for your humanitarianism. And you could be making a lot of great achievements. And you're very inspired and inspiring. You inspire a lot of hope and faith for others through your channeled messages that you get and that you give. In this deck, it's card 41, breaks down to a 5. That's the house of Leo. Romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking. You definitely take a risk and channel these messages that definitely impact the 5th house to the positive or the negative. But if it's to the negative, the situation was always negative, and it's only negative because you're just giving the information that was lacking and it wasn't received well. But the information was for the person's highest good, whether it was perceived that way or not. The thinking woman is an 11, but it also breaks down to a 2. They could have Taurus in their chart, and this thinking woman definitely has self-value and self-worth. They're very good with their money and their possessions, and they feel very good about their body because they're very healthy and they're very intelligent, very rational, and they're very connected to divine source. And you're deeply appreciated for that. And I'm talking to people who were never appreciated for it before, but now they are, because you've healed yourself inside and you've learned to appreciate everything in your life. And it starts on the inside first. And you have taken and healed all the broken parts of yourself, and you've learned to appreciate your life for all that it was and all that it's taught you and all that it's shown you. And then you manifested it, and people around you are now appreciating you, and it's really weird. All right. I'm pulling 5 tarot. If a little bit more come out, that's all right. But I'm not going to take any more than the 5 or whatever comes out. Because 5 is the number of change. And you have been making some very positive change and major impacts. So let me pull these 5 cards, and I'll be right with you. There's 4 here, so here's the 5th one. Sweet. At the bottom of the deck is the 4 of Cups. This is about not being satisfied with something, not appreciating something. Oh, it's an Emperor energy. Whether this is within you or around you, this Emperor could be acting very nonchalant. But they're really wanting to celebrate, but they're acting nonchalant. This could be an aspect of you or someone coming towards you with Aries energy, Aries, Taurus, and possibly Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio as well, anywhere in your chart. At the top of the deck is the Page of Swords reversed, the Knight of Wands reversed, and the Six of Swords reversed. So this isn't a person this is a person external to you, an Emperor or Empress, whichever this, however this works for you. You can definitely switch that around if you're a divine masculine and you resonate with this. But if you're the divine masculine, well, your role is to communicate and take the leap of faith, because the Empress counterpart is not chasing anybody. But this Emperor energy is definitely watching and stalking and observing you right now, and they're not in communication with you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. They're really holding themselves back from taking action, but they are returning. So that could resonate for some of you. If it isn't an external energy around you, this is like within you. You're like observing and, watching and stalking others and not in communication with people at this time, because you're in this Hermit energy. You're in solitude. And this Knight of Wands in reverse, you're not taking any actions at this time, while people are just returning to you. So whether that could even be both internal and external. So take it how it resonates for you. And for a lot of you, it will probably resonate as both. So the first two cards that came out is the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse and the Hermit card. So this is like kind of like a somewhat of a reluctant energy, whether this is within you or around you. This is like being a little bit unhappy about investing in so much solitude. Or others around you are unhappy because you're in solitude and not investing in them. And that's probably the most likely, because I'm getting that your solitude is like everything to you. And protecting your energy is everything to you. But so I'm getting that this is less you and more others around you. They know that you're very wise and healing and spiritual, and they feel some type of way that you don't pay attention to them, because so many people love you and so many people want to be in your energy, and so many people want to share your time, your energy, and space with you. But I'm getting that the reason for this is because these people are having a lot of things like disrupting their lives. 2929 on the counter. So as usual, I will have the link in the description box below for the angel number index. These people are very fearful because towers are coming in in their life, left and right, and things are blowing up in their life. And things that really matter to them, and they don't understand, and they're very deeply hurt by this. and they're looking for comfort. They're afraid of change. They don't understand why things aren't working out in their life the way that they had hoped and imagined and planned. And these people aren't taking good actions or any actions whatsoever, because some of them are like frozen scared and they just don't know what to do, while others are acting aggressively, impulsively, and maybe even angrily regarding their situations that are just constantly disruptive for them. And they just find peace and solace in your company, and they know that you can illuminate things to them that they don't understand. But these people are also just limited too, because they're afraid to make changes in their lives, and they're afraid to take action that's appropriate, or any action at all. So you've got a lot of people that look up to you, but they're afraid to fully invest in your wisdom here, so that they can radically transform their lives to create this powerful change within them, so that they can be free. There's a lot of fear here, but there's a lot of desperation here too. And a lot of people who are just lacking clarity, and people who are in pain, and people who just don't understand what's going on, that they don't realize that this isn't happening to them, it's happening for them, so that they can evolve and become a healthier and better person. And so I'm getting that that's like the main conflict, is just whenever the truth is revealed and the light is shown on, the things in their life that aren't serving them, that they're so attached to and so invested in, and they're so afraid to lose, that it just creates a lot of conflict and panic and turmoil and drama internally for these people. And then they in turn create that all around them, because it's in them, so they're just spreading it out and projecting it. And I'm getting that you understand this, but others are having trouble coming into that same realization, because I'm getting that they're just too attached to the past, and too attached to the loss and the pain and the heartache and the confusion, to really make healthy choices for themselves. But I'm getting that, eventually, everything is going to be just fine regardless, because these people, they just don't realize it, but they're on the spiritual path, and they're right where they need to be in this moment. And this is the goal, and a lot of them will achieve this, depending on how much they're invested in taking the truth and making it work to their advantage, instead of, being in a sabotaging energy for themselves. So definitely dealing with Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Scorpio. So whoever you are, you change lives of everybody around you. And it's very disruptive and disturbing. But once, they finally come to their own realizations about the people, places, and things in their life that isn't serving them, and coming to terms with their own dreams, goals, and desires, and balancing the two out, then they can finally make those healthy choices for themselves so they can change themselves, to change their lives, so that they can pay it forward and pass it on and do their part to help spread the message, to help change the world, one life at a time, one person at a time. So this is very beautiful energy. So whoever this is resonating for, you're very wise, you're very strong, you're very loving and compassionate, and you're very grateful and appreciative. And you're noticed for this. You're being celebrated for this. Don't be afraid of the success and the fame that comes with that slowly over time. Just get comfortable with it and just keep appreciating everything and everyone. And just stay focused on what you're focused on. And I'm getting that you're just on the path to greatness, and you're a force to be reckoned with in the best way possible. So that's what I have for you for today. If this resonates with you, please give it a thumbs up so that other people who really need to see this too can see it, because these are powerful, powerful messages. And, you know, we're working in cooperation with each other to help spread the word. So that's what YouTube's all about. So thank y'all so much for your support in all the ways that you do. I always appreciate you. It's not just lip service, it's real. So have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to y'all soon.